Hello, and welcome to Introduction to Public Speaking. My name is Michael Stralzer, and I am the instructor for this course. I've also developed this course for Bellarmine. First of all, let me just say this. For those of you who right now are just frigidly cold, like I am in Lexington, this is a day that makes me thankful for online classes. You can go at your own pace. You can not leave your apartment and still get your assignments done. So this is just a really great opportunity for us as we are experiencing extremely low temperatures. I wanted to say a couple things and just kind of welcome you to the course. I also want to combine this with just an overview of our first week. For most of you, you probably have never experienced an online or a hybrid course. That's okay. I've tried to purposely develop this so that it is user-friendly and so that it's easy to navigate. This is only the second semester for this course, so there probably will still potentially be some bumps. Even compared to the first semester, I've significantly altered just the design of the course and expectations. So still trying to figure out exactly what fits for the Bellarmine community. Just to let you guys know a little bit about me. I am currently a second-year doctoral student at the University of Kentucky, and my focus is twofold. I focus on instructional communication and also organizational communication. So I have about a semester of coursework left, so you guys are kind of getting me as I have one semester of actual classwork, and then we'll be starting my dissertation next fall. I've been an adjunct for Bellarmine for almost 3 years now, and have taught public speaking, critical thinking, developed a couple IDC courses for those of you who are familiar with those, and then also have done business and professional communication as well. So I'm really familiar with the Bellarmine community and also just Bellarmine students in general, and was approached about doing this hybrid public speaking course. And to be completely honest with you, I think public speaking is a great hybrid material. And as far as just the actual content that we're going to discuss this semester, really fits well with a hybrid class. I don't believe that this content would be well used in a purely online format. But the beauty of a hybrid format is that you and I and your classmates still get to meet together throughout the course of the semester 4 times, where you can actually give your 4 major speeches. So what I want to do today is just kind of walk you a little bit through Moodle. I would encourage you to go ahead and do that Moodle training video. I think that will help. And I would just encourage you to get familiar with Moodle. It's very linear. So you will see, and even right now we've got it up on our screen, but this is what Moodle will look like to you. I'm in student view. And you're going to just see just different resources at the top of the page. These will never go away. So the announcements, the Facebook page, Moodle training video, et cetera, will never go away. Each individual week has a checklist for what you are supposed to do. Some weeks will be heavier than others. Here is what I need you to do. This is not even an encouragement. This is I'm pleading with you to do this. You will be confused about this course if you do not read your syllabus. It is crucial that you read your syllabus. When we get together our first time, we will walk through the syllabus together, but I need you over the course of the next couple weeks before we meet to walk through that syllabus, walk through daily, weekly schedules, walk through assignments and expectations. I've tried to articulate my expectations for every assignment that you do, but you must read those. This is not optional. And I say that for a couple different reasons. I think we are prone in a lot of classes to just throw away a syllabus and just rely upon the professor to remind us of what's due. That's not necessarily the case in a hybrid course. So there's this self-pacing element that you need to be aware of. Secondly, you will not understand my expectations for this course and for your coursework if you do not read that syllabus. So it is crucial. And the reality of this is a freshman level course. I know that we're split probably less than 50-50 as far as I think we have a lot more upperclassmen than we do lowerclassmen. And that's fine. That's great. But ultimately, my goal with this course is to help you become more effective public speakers, not to kill your GPA. So if you follow the expectations, if you complete the assignments, there is no reason why you should not get below an A or a B in this course. So I say that just to say that it is to your advantage to read that syllabus. So read your syllabus, come to class the first time that we meet prepared to discuss that and kind of talk about some specifics regarding that syllabus, and we can kind of go from there. So let me just kind of say a little bit about week 1. So week 1 starts today. We are in the first day of classes. When you open up Moodle, you will see those elements at the top. So that outline example, a speech rubric, current event essay rubric. We're going to talk about all those when we go over the syllabus, all of that good kind of stuff. You also see your actual syllabus listed there at the bottom. Make yourself familiar with all those documents. But every time that you log on, you will also see a weekly distinction. Now, when you go in, what I'm going to try to do, last semester I kept every week up, and that became really confusing for students. So my goal with this semester is that every time that you log on, you will see the current week and the week that you are currently assigned. And then I've just kind of created a little bit of a checklist. What are my expectations for you? Your expectations for every week will align with the syllabus if you go back and check those out. So as you can see with this first week, the first thing I want you to do, I want you to go in and just introduce yourself to your classmates. Share a little bit about who you are. Share a little bit about your major, all that good kind of stuff. Your first speech will be an introductory speech, and that will be in class. We will come on campus and we will give those. For that introductory speech, you will not be introducing yourself. You will be introducing a partner. And so I'm going to assign partners once all of just the drop add dates are good and we figure out who's staying in the course. I would love for you all to stay, but I understand if some of you may not love the hybrid format. But I do. I think it's great. And then I'm going to assign partners, and I'm going to give you some questions and some things to think about with your partner. And you're actually going to introduce your partner to the class when we come on campus. So this is just a brief way to introduce us to each other, and I think that will help a little bit. Then you're going to watch a video. So every week, I think there are a couple weeks that we don't have quote-unquote videos. You're going to see what is called a conversation. Now, I am not big on lecture. I can do it. I somewhat enjoy it, but at the end of the day, I believe that especially with public speaking, you will not learn unless you do, and you must practice. And so you will get opportunities to speak in this course. However, I have tried to create little brief 10 to 15 minute conversations, we're not going to call them lectures, that correspond to the reading that you must do in your textbook, and also just kind of correspond to material that I believe is most applicable. Excuse me. You must understand, so you have a midterm and a final in this course. If you do not read your textbook, you will not do well on that midterm and final. And here are a couple reasons why I know that, and I was just reminded of this last semester. The midterm and the final are not hard if you read your textbook. But I actually had a couple students who ended up getting below a 50 on that because they never took the cellophane off of their textbook. So it is crucial that you read that textbook. You cannot just rely upon my quote-unquote conversations. It's not gonna do it justice. You must get in. You must read. It's not hard reading. It will not take you that long. There are some weeks where we will have quizzes that align to the reading. You'll notice in this first week we have a syllabus quiz. Now, the syllabus quiz will correspond to your syllabus, so I want you to make sure that you go through and do that. The syllabus quiz is worth 10 points, just as all other quizzes are worth 10 points as well. You also see that I kind of put a PowerPoint that aligns to my conversation as well. If you want to, you can go through and you can pull that PowerPoint up while you're looking at the lecture video. That's great. That's fine. You do not have to do that, but I do think it would be a good resource. So this is our first week. Assignments are always due, except for in-class speeches, which are due the Thursday that we meet, right? Assignments are always due on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So you'll see our week goes Monday to Sunday, and then your assignments are due on January 12th at 11:59 p.m. That's it. That's it. So let me just kind of briefly, I'm not going to walk through the entire syllabus yet. I just want to kind of show you the assignments that we have. So you'll see here are just a list of assignments. You have 4 major speeches that you will do in class. Each major speech is worth 100 points. So that's pretty significant as you look at just the point total. You do have a current event essay that is due. Excuse me. And just to kind of give you just a little bit of an overview of what that is, your informative and your persuasive speeches will be based upon a current event essay that you do. Now, the current event essay is not going to be draining. I believe that it will kind of be an aid to building your composition skills. But I don't believe that it's going to be one of those things where you just walk away and think that was miserable. If you go on later in the syllabus, you can read about a paragraph to 2-paragraph description of every assignment. I would encourage you to do that with the current event essay so that you can be prepared to talk about it when we meet for our first time on January 23rd. You will have many speeches due throughout the semester. And you can kind of look at the description of each one of those as well. So you'll have an elevator talk where basically you're just going to talk about yourself for 60 seconds and why you're going to pretend like there's a job that you want, and you're going to talk about why you would be a good fit for a particular position. I do this for a couple different reasons. Number one, I think it's really practical because there have been times, especially at conferences, where I've met people literally for about 60 seconds and had to network for 60 seconds and explain why I thought I was a good fit for a position. So I think this is good practice for you as college students who are going to be entering the job market within the next few years. You're also going to do a toast where for 60 seconds you're going to give a toast about your best friend. Maybe you're a maid of honor or a best man in a wedding, and I want you to practice that. A lot of you will get the opportunity, have the blessing to do that, and so I want you to be prepared. And then your final mini speech is going to be an impromptu, where I'm just going to send you a list of questions, and you will respond to one of those questions. You're not going to know what that is ahead of time. And then we're just going to respond to those in 60 seconds. Your mini speeches hopefully will be a lot of fun, but it's just another opportunity for you to get used to speaking. Those you'll be able to record. I still want you to do business casual. I still want you to stand. I still want you to make it an actual presentation, but much more fluid and flexible than the actual major speeches that go on throughout the semester. You will have 6 quizzes. Each one is worth 10 points. So your first quiz is a syllabus quiz. You will have graded outlines for each of your major speeches. So the major speeches, the introduction speech, the demonstration, informative and persuasive speeches, you will have outlines due for those. No outlines due for the mini speeches. You will do 2 outside speech critiques. Let me just say something briefly about those. Those are due at different points throughout the semester, and you can kind of look at the calendar to see when those are due. My goal for those is that you would either find a Bellarmine speaker who's going to be on campus or a speaker in the community, and I want you to just critique that speech. There, on our Moodle page up at the upper portion, there's just a form that I want you to use as you're kind of writing about that speech critique. But it's important for us to look at examples of people who are speakers and kind of take what they do really well and integrate it into what we do. And also we want to look at what they do poorly and avoid that like the plague. So you're going to have 2 of those due. You also are going to have discussion forums. Now, your introduction to the class with week 1 is a discussion forum. I am not doing discussion forums for every week, just the topics that I feel like will be most applicable, most practical. A lot of these are going to be relatively elementary and based on common sense. So I've tried to pick discussion forum topics that will kind of make you think critically about what's happening or that directly correspond to the midterm and the final exam. You will have to do a self-evaluation after each major speech. That will not be hard. When we come and when we meet in class, I'm just going to be recording each of your speeches. For some of you, that's going to freak you out. What I have found in my personal experience is that I become a much more effective public speaker when I watch myself because I can pinpoint my weaknesses. And then the next time that I speak, I can come back and specifically work on verbal pauses or specifically work on a lack of eye contact or a lack of vocal inflection. And so a lot of you have probably never watched yourself speak. And so for every major speech that we do, you're going to watch yourself and then you're going to critique yourself. And you're going to talk about what you did well and what you can improve on and what needs to be maybe improved on for the next time. And then you will have 2 tests. So like I said, you have a midterm and a final. Each of these is worth 100 points. Each of these is 50 questions, multiple choice. Not hard if you read the textbook. So that's just a really quick overview of the course and then also just a really quick overview of week 1. I would encourage you guys, again, to get in and dig into the syllabus. If you do that soon, it will make this course so much easier for you in the long run, I promise. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. There's also going to be just a place where it's called a virtual faculty office in Moodle where you can get on and kind of post questions that you think your classmates may have questions about as well. Additionally, I'm going to try to set up, once we meet on the 23rd, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, can we set up maybe some weekly virtual office hours where I'm just available, probably either through video or through Skype, to just talk to you a little bit about what's happening and if you have any questions about the course. So Excited about this semester, excited about another group of students engaging in the hybrid format. And hopefully today has been helpful for you. I will do this every week, kind of give a weekly overview of what you can expect. And hopefully that will also help answer any questions that you have. So remember, I want to be your advocate this semester. I want to be for you. I want to help you with this course, but even more so, I want to help you become more effective public speakers. So if you need anything, as always, feel free to ask, and I will do my best to help. All right, thanks everybody. Get in that syllabus and make sure that you understand everything that's expected of you throughout the course of the semester. Thank you.